Hi, Stefan Swartling here from Swartling Network. I've talked about before that I think Apple will put ARM chips into Macs. And why not really? Put it this way, you get a more power effective computer. It doesn't drain the battery so much. It doesn't get the same heat as with the Intel processor. You get a fanless MacBook Air, for example. And most importantly, it will be a lot cheaper because ARM chips is a lot cheaper than Intel chips. Apple has often said that they want to control every bit of the experience, and that's why I think Apple will switch to ARM processors in the near future. Because that means that they will control one more aspect of the devices we use, the Macs, the computers. And rumors says also that Apple has delayed the new MacBooks this year thanks to that Intel couldn't deliver the new processor architecture in time, so they have to release those new MacBooks next year instead. And Intel's x86 architecture is starting to get very old. It has to keep some backward compatibility for Windows machines, old Windows machines. Apple doesn't need that backward compatibility. And Intel's processors drains the battery a lot more than ARM chips. Yes, they have got a lot better, but still generates a lot of heat too. So a fanless device is very hard to do with Intel architecture. Look at the Microsoft Surface, for example. It has a fan. Very hard to do a fanless device. And what most of the people that are against this idea says is that they will never do that because then the Mac can't be as powerful as it is now, and I think that's a bit wrong. We already have a 64-bit ARM processor in the iPad and the iPhone 5s, so why shouldn't Apple could design a very powerful A10 processor, for example? I believe it could be really powerful and effective. And Apple surprised everyone on WWDC when they released a new programming language called Swift. That could mean one more step to make this a reality. It will be a lot easier to switch to the ARM architecture if the developers are using Swift. And by using ARM processors instead of Intel processors, the Macs can be even thinner, lighter, and designed in a different way. It will be a more natural integration into the Macs than with Intel processors. And of course, one of the most interesting things is that it can run iPad apps, iOS, the same operating system as they have on the iPhone and iPad. They can make a third version of it that runs on Macs, and they can share apps 100% totally. That would be awesome. Yes, I know some users says that no, I don't want iPad apps on my Macs because Mac apps is better. But that's starting to not be true because iPad apps is very good now. Look at all advanced content creation apps, for example. The great DAW, digital audio workstation called Auria. We have Cubases, we have Editorial, my favorite writing app, and we have a lot of good video editing apps, for example Pinnacle Studio. And I'm sure that Apple would release Final Cut Pro X and other Apple specific apps for a new kind of operating system that runs on ARM processors on Macs too. Now also an ex-Apple executive says the same thing. He believes that we will see ARM-based Macs already in 2016, and I think he is right on that. It will be very exciting. Okay, please like this vlog and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. do that. Okay, bye.